Well, welcome everybody. This is just a video of me working on a personal project. I've been working on this project for off and on for about 3 years. Technically, I've been working on this project in 2017, and then I started working on it back again in like 2020, and a little bit on 2019. So essentially, this is a fake e-commerce website, and I created it in the backend with Laravel. Laravel is a PHP framework, and and the database is MySQL. So essentially, I'm making API calls or requests from Laravel, which grabs the data from MySQL. And this application, it was initially it was just completely just Laravel, like Blade templates. But now I actually created it as a React application. So when I needed fetch data anywhere, for example, if you scroll down, I've created like fake items like Louis Vuitton East Jordan Land jacket, and I gave it prices. And these names are randomized, the prices are randomized, the discounts are randomized. If you see here, there's some discounts that you add. All these are randomized, and I was able to do that, create this fake data within Laravel, and then be able to request it through, with the fetch API. I think I'm using the fetch APIs or Axios. At this moment, I have my WinSCP FTP application up, and I am going to switch over to my actual project I'm working on. The reason, here's another thing. This is not my actual server. This is not my actual browser. I'm actually viewing this in a remote VNC viewer. VNC stands for, let's see here, I forgot. Virtual Network Computing is a connection system that allows you to use your keyboard and mouse to interact with the graphical desktop environment on a remote server. So I'm using this VNC to look into my remote server and to work on my project. Main reason why I'm doing this is because I want to have like a hot module reload, or basically whenever I make any type of changes within the application, it automatically reloads the page so I can see the changes in real time. So that's why I have a VNC viewer up and running. And what else I need to talk about? So yeah, let me just get some of these things out. At this moment, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make sure sign-in works. So I already have like a component for the sign-in. Obviously, you see it right here, and I'm using Bootstrap as a CSS template to make everything I guess work by default. I made it stylized. I just stylized it just recently, but at this moment I want to have this link centered, make it small, and also I want to add Google authorization, or OAuth 2 for Google. So if a person doesn't want to put in their information, all they have to do is click the button, fill their information out with Google authentication, and they should be able to complete it. So that's what I definitely want to do. But that's a lot right now. Let's just actually pick out all the files that I need to do to make things work. So let's see. Yeah, modal is the only one, and then there's a let me reconnect. So now I need to go into SAS files, and that's an asset SAS to stylize things. At this moment, I guess I'm technically still stylizing things because I still want to, let me go to my VNC viewer. I still want to center this link, and I want to create an action that if I click this link, it will change it to a sign up, this modal to be sign up as opposed to log in. But at the same time, I do want to have this button for Google authentication. I want to have like an OAuth authentication button like you see in Instacart. If you ever log into Instacart, I'm probably going to show my, if you ever log into Instacart, let me log out of Instacart to prove what I'm trying to say. Sure you want to log out? Yes. So if you go to log in, you have continue with Facebook, continue with Google. I want to have these buttons similar to that at the modal that I have. And I also want to have this thing. I don't know what they're using. Maybe they're having, maybe this like it's a small image, an SVG image. Maybe I should look into that. Let's see what they're using, because I want to have like that separation of or continue with Facebook or Google. Let's see here. Well, see, they're using a class. I'm assuming it has like before, like the before attribute. Accessibility. Data radium true. Look at that. Wait, let me see this. Font weight normal. Huh. Maybe, I don't know how they're doing that. Accessibility. What does that mean? That's interesting. Maybe I don't really need to do all that, but it would be cool if I could do that. Alright, so I got my modal up. I got my SAS file for login stuff up. Let's do something simple right now and just make it smaller. Make this link smaller, like you would see within here. You have, don't have an account, sign up. Maybe I should actually do it similar like that, because I want to make it look, my e-commerce site look as not identifiable, as believable as possible. So I want to do that. So I'm actually going to create a p tag in here as JavaScript. I'm also using Atom. So let's use JSX. I never know which JSX to use, so yeah. So I'm gonna put in a p tag, grab this here, cut it in here, and put it like this. And I'm pretty much just gonna get this verbatim. Don't have an account, sign up. Don't have an account. And just put sign up. I'll probably just put register. That's fine. And then let me put a class here. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I'm using React Redux. So this is why I'm putting class name, because if you just put class, you're going to get an error thrown at you. I don't know what I'm going to call this. Sign up. Sign up link. Sign up. I don't know. Sign up title. Sign up message. I'll put MSG. Save it, and then I'm gonna go to login. This is gonna be in the modal footer. A lot of these class names were specifically copied from the Bootstrap class names, so the structure is there. Many of the The layout of the modal is there, even like the animation is there. I just made some small modifications to make it look a little bit different, but it's essentially like just a Bootstrap code snippet that I've implemented to create this like login modal. So it says don't have an account. Okay, cool. So now we're going to go to modal footer, which should be over here, and add this in here. While I do that, I'm going to have, and I guess it should technically be an ID because I'm only going to have one. It doesn't matter. Let's just do this. So we're going to call it sign up message. And we're going to center it. So text center. Oh, text align. Center. Font size, I wanted to put 0.7 EM. Just make it smaller. I wonder what's going on. I guess I could put margin auto. This looks great. This looks great. I like it. Oh, I also wanted to make the submit button to be the same width size. So we're going to make the button be block. So I'm going to put display block. I think this will work. And did nothing. Let's see here. Well, I should have done something. Let's see if I just put width to be 100. Right. Okay. Now it's working. We can remove this. Let's leave it on because I'm definitely going to have to try to find a button like this and be able to do Google OAuth authentication or what's it called? Open authentication or whatever it's called. So let's make the width 100%. And now I think with Bootstrap there is this like a code that allows you to have the split line. Let me go to get Bootstrap. I think there is. Let's look into components. Maybe it's in my head. What's a toast? Not necessarily. Isn't there something called like separator or something? Isn't there something? I think there's something called separator. Like drop down divider. Separated link. Drop down divider. What if I put drop down divider within here? So I have a div, class name, drop down divider. Then I have another div with a form group, and it'll just have input, and this will be, you know, I'll just say Google. Let's see what happens. How will that look? So everything's reloading. Apparently, 2 of them propped up. Wow, I guess it sort of looks similar. I do want it to be smaller though. Maybe I should put in a form group. So we got that. Gotta reload that. Yeah, and another thing about the VNC is it doesn't really, compared to just, for example, I have this as a, what's it called? Is it called a virtual host? Not a virtual host, as a local, it's not germane, it's ava.co. Like I can see it locally, and it responds a lot faster, right? I think. Wow, I don't recall seeing this type of stuff when I inspect things. Interesting. But in any case, login to Ava form group. Oh, I didn't put form group. That should work, but again, it doesn't update automatically. Only the VNC viewer updates automatically, because I think with Laravel they're using a browser. What's it called? Browser or something. Browser sync, which updates when any changes to files from React or Sass happens. It will reload the page. So looking at this, oh shit, what happened? It's almost non-existent. Let's see if I put width 100%, what happened? Oops. Now something happens. Okay, I guess I don't really need to do all that right now. Let me just try to I want to first be able to change the modal. So at this moment, when I click it, it says log into Ava. I just want to have like register. I guess this should say sign up, because sign up sounds better. And it just changes to like register. So if you do a submit for this, it will create a new account or create a new user. If you click submit when it says log into Ava, it will check if the email and password are within the database, so on and so forth. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to try to do first, and then after that, then I'm going to, do the Google authentication button and try to do it properly, try to find the exact type of logo that Google uses to make the Google authentication look realistic, not like something fake. So next thing on the list is when I click this, it should change the information of the modal to register, sign up to Java, or maybe just say sign up. Because I also know within here, there's like, did you forget your password? So maybe I should have that too. Well, I don't want to make it too complicated, so let's just focus on this. So at this moment, we're going to have an on-click event. So we're going to put on-click just to see if it works. On-click, boom. It'll create an anonymous function that has console log. And it says foo. Simple. So just checking if this will work. I'll put an event handler on this link and I click. And it says foo. Great. So now we'll just have handle register, handle sign up, or change sign up. I guess I'm gonna have something called change to sign up. Change to sign up. Maybe I should call it something else. I'll think about it later. It's be an anonymous function which will maybe I should have not use effect, not use selector. What is it called? What's it called in React? Use reactjs.org tutorials. Use what's it called? Use hook or use state. Use state. I'm sorry. Use state. Maybe we should have like a use state. Maybe I should have use state and use hook, and all I'm going to do is just change the modal body, or the modal body and the footer body. Yeah, instead of saying change to sign up, what I'm going to do is I'm going to call this use is logged in, or no, I should call it, I don't know, sometimes it's bad at names. First off, we have to have a use state, and we're going to say false. We're going to use state here, and use use effect, I'm sorry. And we're going to have the default parameter or default value be false. And within this, we're going to change we're going to change I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to name it. Maybe I'll just put register. Or maybe I should put sign up. Set sign up. Maybe I should put is registered. How you spell it? It's registered. That's too long. Is registered? And is registered and I don't know. Set registered? What could be a better way? Set body? I don't know a good naming convention to try to convey that once you click to register, it's going to change the modal body and the modal footer to a sign up modal body and modal footer. And if you click, because once you do that, there's going to be a message instead of register, it's going to be go to login. What would you name for that? I don't know, and I don't think I should spend so much time on it. I don't know. Maybe let's just put sign up. And then I'll put set page. I don't know. This is the best I can think of at this moment. Who cares? So sign up set page be false. And if it's false, then we're going to do a use effect. Yes, sir. Another anonymous function, and then it will change based on if it's signed up or not. And basically I'm just gonna grab all this content but I don't know if I should be able to do that. Maybe I should have two use states. And it shouldn't be called set page, it should be called set body. But now I'm thinking about having two use states. So one is going to determine if I click sign up or log in. The other one is going to hold only already 30 minutes. So I'm going to end right here. I think this is interesting for now. But I don't really have any. So let me just comment this out, save it, end it right here.